then with Tank, we about to make a hit.
Calling all kings to the flow. I'm about my business, you know. Keep it 100. It's my faith in God that keeps me on the go. About my money, my love, what it needs to grow. I'm calling all kings to the flow. Calling all kings to the flow. Calling all kings to the flow. I'm about my business, you know. Keep it 100. It's my faith in God that keeps me on the go. About my money, my love, what it needs to grow. I'm calling all kings to the flow. Calling all kings to the flow.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Crown Kings Podcast. I am 1/3 of the Crown Kings Podcast, your boy, Trey.
It's your boy, Doty.
Y'all already know it's tailor-made.
Tailor-made!
I knew he was going to say tailor-made. Tailor-made. Well, as y'all know, this is a space where we come together just to encourage you, uplift you, and, we believe that iron sharpens iron. So
all day.
We speak a lot about relationships. We speak a lot about what it means to be leaders, and most of all, what it means to be a king in this world that we live in today.
Yeah.
And we just want to come together today, have a good time, see if we can get better than we were yesterday. So how y'all doing?
Man, I'm good, man. Chilling. Got a cool breeze. Man. I'm good.
Feeling yourself, huh?
Boy, got that horse. We are so proud of you.
Yeah, man. I feel like it's
Ain't gotta use that spray no more.
I'm living in my authentic self today. So
That's what's up. Ain't gotta use that spray. Go ahead and
I
throw
don't
it
know
away.
how long it's gonna last, but it's here now. So we'll see.
You going to Turkey? You
You
gonna
want to get
that chia back?
Hey man, we talk about it off camera, baby.
All right,
We
my
got to
bad.
about my business.
I didn't want to put you out like that. I didn't mean to.
I'm gonna start slow and grow. It's gonna be slow.
Yeah, man.
Well, as y'all know what to do as you come in. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your mama them, tell your sister them, tell your cousin them, tell all them that the Kings is on.
And don't forget either. Just don't forget.
Hit that thumbs up.
Yeah.
Your kids know how to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, they could do it right now.
Literally,
As you're speaking, it can be done. That's how I did it.
moment.
I was watching, did.
See?
How long did it take you?
Not even a second.
You see?
So, yeah.
1 second.
It ain't hard. You know. We give you all the links and everything. Just go to it and click on the button. Just press the button.
Well, as y'all know, we standing on what it means, rise, reign, and repeat. So, on today, we are blessed to have a special guest. Told y'all we was going to be on the search and on the lookout on some other kings that's out there blessing people, doing the work, putting their time in, and being an example to other generations. So,
That's right.
Marcus, what we got for a topic on today?
We got today, kings don't chase, they choose.
All day, every day, baby. That's
That boy
you know.
said that with his chest. He said it so.
Kings don't chase, they choose.
Choose. I choose you.
I choose.
Choose,
Oh.
baby.
All right, Sam. Let us know who our special guest is today.
Okay,
Tell us a little bit about him, where he hails from, and we're going to make this thing.
Ladies and gentlemen.
When you say where I hail from, give it a roll tide too.
Ooh, that was
See, the crazy part about that is I was literally preparing this in the mirror, and I was like, you gonna say roll tide? I don't know if I'm gonna say roll tide. I don't know if I'm gonna say it. I gotta say everything
Don't
else.
say road.
But I can't not say it because that's what it is. You know what I mean? So, okay.
Let's do it.
Our guest on the podcast today he hails from Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
City of Champions, baby.
70s baby. He went to University of Alabama,
Sure did.
class of 2006. Roll Tide.
Roll tide.
Hey,
He
just for him. Just for him.
Don't let your Georgia people find out about this one. They gonna take
Y'all
your
know me.
Georgia card.
Y'all know me. I can have friends on other sides too. Okay,
They gonna take your Georgia card.
So I present to some, I introduce to others. None other than white chocolate, AKA Bama, BKA Dr. Chris Mink.
Hey, boy.
Give it to him. Show your love.
Thank you very much.
Give it to him.
I appreciate y'all having me on, man.
All
This means
day,
a lot.
man.
It's very special to be here with you.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Man, good to see your smiling face. And, we have been on a mission, Dr. Mink, to encourage men and of all ages.
Yeah, all of them.
To capture or really to hone in on what it means to be a king and to not be trapped in a box, so to speak.
Yeah.
So, it just because you were road tired doesn't mean that.
Why you looking at me though? Like that? He
You
rolled that.
had a lot of animosity about that bulldog, so we were just trying to figure
Brother,
out.
like high bottom though. I'm just,
What's on your chest?
yeah, you know what I mean? You know what it is.
But anyway, so with that being said, Mark gave us kind of a topic. Y'all know how we do it. We like to just flow and kind of let the conversation lead wherever it goes. So what's that topic again, Doc?
Kings don't chase, they choose.
They choose.
So
we choose in categories where it means to be leaders in our home. We choose, as we talk about relationships, our spouses, and how we relate to our spouses, how we love our spouses, how we choose to run our household, and how we choose to wear our crown. So with that being said, Dr. Mink, we want to start with how we don't chase in the let's see, what is it? Under the umbrella of leadership or skill set. We don't chase, but we choose. We make choices in life about what it is that we choose to do. And then let's flow with that. Let's see where we'll go from there. We'll segue into relationships. And maybe, depending on how time permits, we'll just go from there.
yeah,
Shucks.
I like that. I like that.
Well, let's get it. Who want to go first?
Well, I feel like the guest should go first because I feel like he got something on his mind, and I feel like I can see his spirit right now. His spirit is saying, "Somebody pick me." My hand is raised, and I'm like, "Okay, Dr. Mink, we're gonna let you go first because I feel like you had your hand up, and it's like, in true classroom etiquette to let the person with their hand up go first."
All right. You said talk about relationships later. I'm going to start off with that.
Okay.
I think as far as chasing and choosing, I came out here to UT 2008 to get my master's, 2008 to 2010. Then went to Florida State for my PhD. Moved back at the time to follow the person I was dating. Okay. To move back to Austin, and I still had a lot of people here, so it was a comfortable spot to jump back into. Started at NIOS in 2015, and I knew Norma then. She was in my job interview, right? She was on the panel interviewing me, which I always say is the longest seduction ever. It was just like, straight hire that man right there. Straight I'm not going to tell you why, but hire him. But I think that, for a while, I really loved it. I didn't know I was going to love public school teaching. I wanted to be a college professor when I was in school. But as soon as I landed, it only took a couple months before I knew it was my dream job that I never knew I wanted. After a while, I had lived in Austin for a while. I split up with my partner at the time, and I wanted to go. Not run, but definitely chasing something, and I didn't know what that was. Now, I had already started talking to Norma. I'd had a crush on her for a while. We had already started seeing each other a little bit, but it wasn't serious. And I was very much doing that man thing, just got out of something serious. I don't know if I need to jump back in. I kind of want to see what's out there in the world. And I lived, years ago, I lived in Atlanta. And Atlanta is probably one of my favorite cities in the country, as much smack as I talk about
Exactly.
Georgia.
All day, every day.
I love Atlanta. I would still go to Atlanta, but I applied for a job in Atlanta and interviewed and was about to get it. And I was like, I got to get out of Austin. I need something new. I had people in Atlanta and still do, so I was interviewing there, but Norma and I were kind of seeing each other, and she knew I'd interviewed. And they hit me up right after the interview and said, that was great. You should be hearing from us soon.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, like look forward to hearing from us soon.
Yeah.
The second they said that, I knew I couldn't go. The first thing I thought of was Norma. The very first thing. Now, I didn't know where it was going to go with Norma, but the very first thing I thought of, I was going for this thing. I loved Atlanta. I applied to this school. I nailed the interview. They were like, you basically got it. Norma. That's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah.
And so I chose. I didn't need that.
Yeah.
Right? What I needed was her, and I didn't realize that until there was a potential for me not having her. And so that's the first thing that pops into my head when you say don't chase but choose.
Yeah.
And don't get it twisted. Like Norma chose me, and I'm fortunate for it.
Right.
But in that moment, I thought of that.
Yeah.
You got chosen. Do not mess this up.
Yeah.
Do not mess this up.
Please don't mess this up.
And so yeah, that's.
And I definitely want to segue to that because he didn't really add me in that, but I was like all the way in that. I called it. Me. Him did it.
It sounds like the person that be like, yeah, y'all together because of me.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that, but I called it. Even like it was one day.
You know, I did introduce y'all.
It was one day, just a random that came. I think I was dropping off lunch or whatever.
I love this story.
And they both came to the car. They all. In my mind, I saw them skipping, holding hands, skipping to the car.
You saw the googly eye.
Oh yeah, they doing something. They ain't. We just working on the project. Yeah, the project is y'all though. The project is y'all. And at that time, nobody was like, saying it. I was like, no.
We hadn't told anybody.
Yeah, I was like,
we hadn't even told Nikita.
Yeah.
Who's the person that officiated our wedding?
Yeah.
Years later.
Yeah, and I kept telling her like, yeah.
And she said no. No, I would know.
She said no,
there's nothing going on.
They're just working together. They're working on the project. Like, yeah, the project is them though. They the project. They working on each other. They is a couple. And then lo and behold,
hey guys.
Yeah, we did it. We together. No kidding, really. I would have never guessed that. So God is good though. God is good. You know what I mean?
So y'all opportunities brought y'all together, and then there was an attraction once you kind of went through that process.
Yeah.
So I know you had some questions some thoughts on your mind along those lines. Because he just laid something out, which I think is actually pretty impressive. It don't happen like that for everybody, but I feel like that's something worth staying around for a little while. He was saying that because she chose him, even though he had an idea, he wanted to go to all these different places, do all these different things. God put him in a specific place at a specific time to be able to bring these two people together.
Yeah.
Now, once you, I'll start because I know you had a list, but once you kind of accepted the fact that, hey, okay, so this is not for me, there has to be more for me, even though Austin probably had to wore you out. You know what I mean? Because I think we all go through that. If you go through a breakup, you go through a separation, you're like, man, I need something new. I need something new. You know what I mean? A fresh start. They say the best way to get over something old is to do something new.
Yeah, that's what they say.
But in this particular case, you knew that it was something special, even though, your mindset and your heart at the time was saying, take me somewhere else. There was something that drew you to Miss Norma that says, listen, I don't want to mess this up. I got to get myself together. And as you're processing all these feelings, and we call them emotions. You process all these things. When was it that you finally accepted the fact that this is my person? And not only that, not to be selfish, and to, kind of follow that path to see where it will lead you to. Obviously, it led you to a good place, but you had to start somewhere to get to this next level.
Yeah.
I think.
Sorry if I gave you too much.
No, it's all right. It's all
do
right.
that sometimes.
It's all right. I don't know if there was a moment besides that moment. Right now, at that time I didn't know I'm gonna marry this girl.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I just had that moment as I can't leave this woman.
Yeah.
I can't be separated from this woman. And I was fortunate enough to be raised by two people who were married for 50 years.
Okay.
My father passed in 2018. Wow. He was my best friend, and they were married for 50 years. And when I say married for 50 years, y'all, I don't mean we've been in it this long, we might as well stay. I don't mean that. I mean I would come home to visit when I was in college.
Gotcha.
And I would come home to visit and be setting up on the counter while my mom's cooking and we're just catching up. Dad would come in from work and hadn't seen me in a while now.
Right.
And just like slide in behind mom. She's like stirring some squash or something.
Yeah.
Slide in behind her, put his arm around her, start nibbling on her neck. She's like, Henry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, y'all.
I'm right here.
Y'all. But they still held hands all the time. It was just this beautiful thing. And so I grew up witnessing how it's done. I grew up observing this is what it is to find your person.
Yeah.
And I think part of that is someone who's willing to invest in you.
Yeah.
Right? Invest in you and not only like you define yourself, but once you join in that union, you are defined by how you navigate it.
Yeah.
You're defined by how you operate in it.
Yeah.
This person is your person and you are theirs.
Right.
And so I think there was a voice in the back of my head, because I was already in my 40s. And I had resigned myself to like, maybe it's not for me, maybe it's not for me and that's fine. But there was just a pull. And it wasn't cinematic. It wasn't like the movies.
Yeah.
No stars fell or anything like that. It wasn't like, oh man, it was just magic. Yeah. It wasn't like that, but I think it was better than that.
Yeah.
I think it was better when you just feel a pull and when you're separate from them and your guts are kind of empty.
Yeah.
Right? Like you just feel, and I do that now. If I like go over to my homeboy's house and we're just hanging out watching football, I leave. I know I'm going back there that night. Yeah. But as soon as I get in the car and drive off, I'm like, oh man, Miss Norma.
Where's my person?
Yeah, that's just the way it is. And so there's the emotional pull, but there is a visceral, physical pull to that person.
Yeah.
And I think that's how I knew, and it was gradual. And to her credit, and thank goodness, all that man thing I was doing where I've been in a relationship, I need to see what's out there. I can't lock myself right back down. Right?
Yeah.
The whole time, Norma was like, all right, I understand.
Wow.
But she knew. She's like, this man loves me and I love this man. And that was before we even dropped that L-bomb.
Yeah.
And so I think there was that moment when I was going to go to Georgia and couldn't. And then we had taken a trip together when we were like out and dating and everybody knew. And we were in Florida and it was pouring down rain. We couldn't go to the beach. Went to this little diner early in the morning. We had been out the night before, stayed up a little late. Had a little hair of the dog, ate some breakfast, went back, it's raining, we go in the condo, and I take what to this day is the best nap of my life. The best nap of my life. And the reason I think it was the best nap of my life is that's the day that I knew, all right, I'm going to ask this girl.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask her.
Yeah.
This is like, I got to make this official.
They say that was peace that passes the whole understanding.
Yeah. Now see, that's how movies are made. Like because you can visualize everything you said, you can visualize it just as it was said. It's like, that's stuff that's a movie there, man.
Yeah,
like that's, that's how it should be.
Now, before the when you were doing your interview, did you meet her before that? Or was it like
the interview for the Atlanta job?
No, for the Nios.
Oh, I had not.
So it was just like it was like an attraction off a site.
It was.
Okay.
It was. And I mentioned it, at my wedding. I used to come up with excuses. Her room was in another building. And I used to come up with excuses, and I said it at my wedding. I would I would walk, and I was friends with so many people
Yeah.
there, including Nikita, and I would walk and pass multiple friends' rooms. Out of my building, into her building, past some more rooms, go to her room, be like, "Hey, Norman, you got a pen I can borrow? I got 1,000 pens in my room. I'm an English teacher. I'm an English teacher.
Pens and paper, whatever.
Anything I could think of, any excuse to be around her, I did.
Yeah, that's the special stuff, though, man.
That's a special one, yeah.
God, dog.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So, I guess, so you guys dated for how long before you traveled down the aisle?
4 years.
Okay.
4 years.
Okay.
It was fast, though. Like,
Quick 4
like
years.
man, like it was like a blip. Like I feel like it was like 4 months.
I
I'm
do
gonna go a strong 4 months, and then hey,
I do
get
too.
married. Like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that's you know, when you know, you know. But it's 4 years, okay, that's.
Yeah, it flies by.
So in those things, because we always talk about boundaries and standards. How did y'all, during your dating phase, kind of outline or set standards or boundaries for each other? What you expected versus what she expected. Because you said you had a great example of what it meant to be a good husband, and even you saw a good example of what it meant to have a great wife. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure her testimony may be the same. But with that being said, and you having that foundation, then how did you guys kind of set your own boundaries or your template for this is what our life is going to be?
It was interesting because it changes once you make the commitment, right?
Yeah.
When you're dating,
Another level.
yeah, when you're dating, it's very different because it's funny that you don't change from the time you first start being attracted to people,
Yeah.
right? When we're growing up and we're kids, and you see like an actress on TV and you're like, man, this feels funny. I don't know what this is. My hair's standing up. Like you don't know, right? And so you start like talking. You start talking to girls, and you get nervous, and you get nervous before your mama drops you off at the movies to meet them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that never changes. It might take different forms.
Yeah.
But even as grown men, when that first thing starts, that honeymoon stage or whatever, like it's still the same.
Yeah.
Palms
Still the same.
still
Palms
get
get
sweaty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change clothes 10 times.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step back from the mirror and see how I look walking forward, and then see how I look walking to the side, and then we'll see
Make
if
sure
that's
everything.
You good? You
we'll
good?
We'll see if that's if she'll like that. And
Yeah.
so
That's my good side.
Yeah.
there's that, and
Left
then
side.
then there's that hope when it gets serious. And now it's not, I'll come over and pick you up later. Now it's, we're living together.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna see me all the time.
Yeah.
And so
You get to see my ugly side. too.
right,
You don't get to
all,
see
all
that.
the sides. I don't get time to look in the mirror before you see me. So, and that's I've been real fortunate that we loved that part too.
Yeah.
We loved all that part too. And so we get excited when we're going to go out to dinner, go out to a restaurant, or go out to meet some friends and stuff, get equally excited when there's a true crime documentary that dropped on, Max, and we're going to get to watch that tonight and just sit here and like, somebody calls and it's like, oh, answer that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Hey man.
But
we know now. Don't call.
I don't know if that answers your question, but I think it's I think relationships take different forms, and they're always. People say relationships take work, and I don't always like to call it work. And the reason I don't is because I don't always enjoy work.
Yeah.
But I do oftentimes enjoy the discoveries I make in the relationship about Norma. And one of my friends said it best. I officiated 2 weddings this summer.
Yeah.
And one of my friends said it best at one of their weddings. You discover about people, your partner, and you think, I didn't know I could love that about you. I didn't know I could love you that way, and didn't realize I could be loved in that way.
Right.
And I think like that's if there's magic, that's the magic.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy. I like it.
Let's not get it in.
I like
man.
it.
You know.
Hey, pause for the call. Like, share, subscribe. So far, the doctor has given you so many different nuggets.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna go back and watch it so I can take some notes. You know what I'm saying? You're never too old to learn.
Yeah. Never.
So again, not only like, share, and subscribe. We want to hear from you, your feedbacks. Hope you saying something in the comments or whatnot. Send us. Let us know what you're getting out of this episode, and yeah, we'll keep on pressing. Rise.
Run it on.
Talk to me.
Okay, so I have a few questions. You know, just some small tidbits of things. You know
This
that I'm.
episode is brought to you by Horseshoe.
You know, that ain't funny, y'all. That ain't funny. Nothing about that is funny. You know? So, okay. So, let's see.
gallop in your way.
If you need a stable,
I'll tell you what, boy. That's.
I ain't gonna go. You my mans. I ain't gonna go in on you that
Thank you,
hard.
man.
I got you.
appreciate that, bro.
I got you.
You know.
But I am gonna laugh though.
I ain't gonna wait. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No,
Let me. See, now I messed up on my questions and everything. Wasn't even ready for none of that. Okay, let's see. Okay. So, I guess my first question then, what has surprised you most about marriage so far?
Ooh. What surprised me most about it? Man, that's a tough one.
Hey, man, you know, that's what we do. We ask tough questions on your
Yeah,
brother.
because
He gets it in, you know.
Yeah, I think what surprised me is it was the same thing that surprised me in the relationship. I think more and more is what I talked about earlier is like not being able to stay away.
Yeah, okay.
Not being able to stay away, and just feeling empty when I'm away.
Yeah.
And I could be having fun, right? Like me and some best friends took a trip to Puerto Rico for my buddy's 50th.
By yourself?
No, friends.
I'm saying like by yourself, like without knowing.
Without you.
Without knowing.
Without you.
Yeah.
So we can.
And I'm talking about, I'm talking about we had a blast.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Man.
I've been friends with these dudes forever. And we're talking about taking another guy's trip when I turn 50 in a couple years.
Yeah.
But boy, did I miss her the whole time.
Yeah.
And I thought about her the whole time.
Yeah.
And I think that's been surprising just because I like it, but just because part of me assumed that once you're in a marriage and you're together all the time, that it's healthy
Yeah.
to
have
take
that-
some breaks,
yeah.
right? Like absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah.
And so it's good to miss people, and I still believe that. I still believe that's true. But it's different than I thought it would be. I thought it would be you go do your thing and you don't really think about them, and then when you go back, you're so happy to see them. But it's not that. It's even in the middle of laughing, like belly hurt laughing with my homeboys on this trip.
I know it.
She's still on my mind.
Yeah.
You know, and I know that's the way. I bring it back to my parents. I know that's the way my mama was. I know that's the way my dad was. I saw it. You know, I witnessed it. And it's cool to discover, to not have understood when I was a kid those things, but then discover them through marriage. Oh, okay, this is why they were the way they were about this. This is why they handled it the way they did. And so I think that's what surprised me the most.
That's what's up, though.
You know, the constant missing.
Yeah.
Funny how that works, right?
It is.
Yeah, because you hear that, because you get all this advice prior to marriage.
Yeah.
But I remember some uncles, man. I probably was in 50 weddings before I got married, but all of the advice prior to the wedding for each person was different, right? And so when you're going, like I remember walking out with one of the grooms. I won't say his name for but
You know who you are, though.
I remember walking out with him, and his dad came up beside. His dad said, "Now listen, you sure you want to do this?" and the dude, he was like, yeah. Now you can see it on his face, like he's kind of nervous. I think I do.
Yeah.
So Dad, to kind of break the ice, was like, "Hey, well, just think of it like this: if you don't say I do, we'll have a hell of a party."
That's one way to think about
With
it.
that being said, one of the questions I want to ask, and then anybody can answer this, for all of them, that advice that you received prior to being married, how much of that has been, I guess, either relevant or impactful versus I chew on this and spit this out?
Yeah. Who want to go first?
Is it anything that spoke life into your situation, or anything that you were just like, man, are you serious? Did you just did you just tell me that?
I want one of y'all to answer first, but I will say, since you brought up like an old head coming up and saying that before the wedding,
Yeah.
I have found over the years that the men who make those jokes about the getting married and oh man, are you sure you want to do this and make a joke and kid their wife and stuff like that, but they always make those jokes and you think, man, that must be an unhappy marriage. It's not.
It's not.
Those people that make those jokes have some of the healthiest relationships
That's
you
true.
will ever see, and I think it's just part of our culture
Right.
to make those jokes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You heard uncles making those jokes, and now you're gonna make those jokes,
yeah.
and that's just what you do. But I want to answer this one.
Yeah.
Though they didn't even invite me to his.
I didn't know you, Willie. I didn't know none of y'all then.
I didn't get invited, but now that I'm thinking about it,
You was in high school, you was in middle school then, man.
I didn't get invited. Thought we was better than this.
Didn't know none of y'all, man.
It's fine. It's cool.
So okay, let me answer the question.
And my brother Keith.
Yes, I am. Okay. So I would definitely say some advice that I received, I took it with a grain of salt. More so because I knew what their deal was anyway. So it's kind of like, okay, that's your interpretation and so on and so forth. That's, but then also take into account that we were super young. Like I had just turned 19. I was 19. She was getting ready to be 19. So it was like,
In 19.
Yeah.
Y'all up to my 19.
yeah, 19 years old. Shout out to Nikita. But yeah, it was more advice on you're too young. Like you need to let the relationship develop. You need to grow up more. You need to, see more of the world before you tie yourself down to just this one person forever. And it was like, okay, but I love her, and
All right. So we all know that, in a relationship, women would like to be loved and then men would like to be respected. Right? So your question of the day is there a situation or scenario or a possibility to where those particular attributes or roles could be switched? Again, is there a scenario or situation where women would like to be respected more than loved and then men want to be loved more than respected? You guys be sure to leave your comments on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. We love to hear from you. Let's continue to grow and glow in the year of 2025. You guys be sure to go check out the new episode of the Crown Kings podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. And we'll see y'all out there. Peace.
this is what I want to do. I don't want to go out and do other things. And that was a mindset. And, that was something that I stuck to. And here we are now, 24 years later, and that's still the game plan. Like, it's, God is good all the time. All the time. God is good. But yeah, so just, some stuff you take and you kind of put in your back pocket because it was at least halfway positive. Yeah. But the stuff where it's almost kind of like naysayers or people that just didn't see the vision, it's like, okay, so we're going to prove you wrong and show you that it's definitely, this is what it was at that time, 24 years ago. You know what I mean? It's the same today. Nothing has changed. We just got older a little bit. Right. Just a little bit. A little bit. I'm going to go with a little bit. A little bit. You know what I mean? A little bit.
What about for you, Marcus?
I think the only one or the only little bit of information that I took heed to was it was my brother that told me don't go and talk about your problems with others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a vow was said between me, my wife, and God. So that was the one thing that I took. I did get some other stuff, of course, but I think with that one, I'm wholeheartedly if it happened between me and my wife and nobody else was there, then it's between me and my wife and God.
Yeah.
I might go out and ask, hey, what did y'all do in this situation? But in the end, I don't badmouth my wife in front of nobody. I take it up between me and her. We talk about it, and then I go pray about it.
Yeah.
So I think that was the only one that I really take to heart for.
Yeah.
So
That was one to take. That's
You ain't lying. That's a big one.
because what I found out, man, everybody's not gonna be happy for you.
Oh yeah.
No.
There are some people that is really cheering you on, praying for you, that your love lasts long term, whatever. I mean, it's inevitable that you're gonna have problems. It's inevitable you're gonna have disagreements, whatever. How you deal with it, that's between you and your spouse. But I found out, man, there's a lot of people that be out here rooting for folks downfall.
Oh yeah.
And the people that's rooting be folks that don't have no husband or no wife. Which I think is very weird.
Exactly. They the main one.
most of the time, they be the ones cheering you on, like you really want this to win, but now they be the ones they gonna lose.
Yeah. I can't wait for them. I can't wait for them to do that. Something gonna happen. They don't belong together.
Look at all them smiles. It's so weird. Like, you would think, you would hope, then you wish that somebody would be like, man, they look happy. Or, I pray that they have more days, which is crazy because people do that at the wedding. My grandma used to say people be Apollo lying. They be lying.
Apollo line?
Apollo line.
I'm putting that in my arsenal from now on.
What Apollo line?
That's staying in the bank. That is staying in the bank.
Your whole time you smile at people's faces, and you're like, man, you guys look great together. Look what she got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why?
Yeah.
What are we doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, misery loves company, man, and it's just those are the main ones that's kind of like.
Instead of asking like, hey, what do you do? What do
y'all do to stay this happy?
You know what I mean? How do y'all?
Nobody cares about that part. We'd rather just hate on it and be in the prayer closet praying. Lord, just don't let them stay together. Lord, Lord, let something happen to them, Jesus. It's like, what for, man? Like, how's that helping you in your situation?
At all.
You know what I mean? Like, that's
At all.
It's crazy that people even like that. You know what I mean?
Another thing that came up, man, that came down the pipeline was like, I can't remember exactly how it was, but I think it was how do, and this could be, again, this is a round table, how do you and your significant other communicate about decision making?
You want to know how we communicate? Whatever she say goes.
I was about to say.
Whatever she say goes.
I was about to say how I communicate is going into the conversation. I sure hope she agrees with what I'd like. Sure hope she agrees with what I'd like to do. I think she's gonna like the idea.
Is this cool?
I'm like, no, let's do it this way. You right.
You right. I don't even know what I was talking
know
about.
why you came and you like that. You know how I be tripping. I wouldn't even trip like this normally. I had planned it all out in my head, but yours is so much better. That was well thought out.
What if we did this? We shouldn't. You're right. That was a stupid idea.
Girl, I was thinking the same.
That's what I was gonna say anyway, but I was waiting for you to, confirm it. I just needed that confirmation. God put it on both our hearts what you were thinking, so
That's crazy. So another thing, guys, I mean, this is great. I'm having a good time. Y'all took my mind off a whole lot of other matters. So another thing that came down the pipeline, we talk about communication all the time and how to encourage each other, uplift each other, our spouses included. So one thing somebody asked was, I don't know which camera I'm looking at,
look at all
do
of
you, and I'll look at y'all, forget it. I'll just look at y'all.
Yeah.
You know what to do. How do you, as the king, show your wife, tell your wife that you appreciate them? Is it in words? Is it in action? Is it in combination? Is it in gifts? Do you just specifically rely on the love language? How do we show love?
Okay.
Show your love.
Who going?
White chocolate. My man, y'all come on. Like, share, subscribe.
Don't forget.
Come on.
Okay, we out here. So I guess I'm going first. Am I going first?
You go ahead.
Okay, so
He be buying cakes with love.
so that's okay. So I was gonna say it's all of them.
It's hard to beat this one.
I feel like it's all of them because how if you have an abundance of love, how can you show it in just one thing? Like I can tell you I love you, but it's a feeling. It's not an action.
That was good. And I don't give you too much. Not your dance.
Oh my bad. Go ahead.
The abundance.
Go ahead.
The abundance of love. I think that's deep. So go back to that and then come on.
Well, yeah, like
keep the dance. You can keep it.
Yeah, you're right. That's fine. I don't know why he did it, but whatever. So, like, it's for me at least. It's more than just saying I love you. I have to show it, and showing it sometimes can be just. Some other people may think it's elaborate or whatever, but it's also ties in with her love language.
I was gonna say
and
that.
it's like that's like the blueprint.
Yeah.
Like that's the cheat code. I know what that is. I can attack that, and you feel exactly what I feel from my heart to your heart, and whatever. So that's Like I think it's all of them. I don't think you should, pick and choose because, it could be received as if you skip steps. It could be received as okay, well maybe he didn't love me as much this year because last year I got this, and this, and he told me he loved me. This year I got roses. He didn't say he loved me though. And then you know what I mean. So it's just do it all the time. You know what I mean? Always, all the time.
No, not all the time.
All the time, bro. All the time. You know what I mean?
Hey, y'all know that woman. Taylor, man.
Yeah. All the time. As long as God allow you to do it do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one thing that I over the years I've gotten better at. I think in the beginning, because I didn't have that example.
I'm gonna take credit for that too.
Yeah. I mean it works. That's the point.
That's the point of what we're doing.
Like-minded individuals. Yeah, I agree with that. His head done got big, but I agree with it. Got a swole. You know what I'm saying? But I think again it goes back to having a circle of friends that will push you to be better. You know what I mean? It was never just for the record, because somebody may have been like me. I grew up without my dad, so I didn't see that type of love.
Yeah.
I received a lot of love.
Yeah.
And I was able to pour out a lot of love in my own way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that never meant that I didn't love her, but to the extent of gifts and dates and all of this, because in my mind it was always, and we talked about this before, let me go to work. Let me make sure you got a roof over your head.
Yeah.
Let me make sure you got gas in the car. Let me make sure you don't have no flat. Let me make sure I'm showing you love. And she was like, man, sometimes do you mind to take me on a date?
That's
and then I would say, oh my God, we don't have enough money. She said, man, let's just go outside.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, dang, that's it?
My
That's
wife,
all you want to do?
Yeah.
Make a sandwich, have some chips. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my wife don't want that, but I get what you said. She ain't. Sandwich?
No, it can
What are we doing now?
I need 4 cheese pasta.
It can be a sandwich, but let's go downtown. Let's get it. You know, but again, iron sharpens iron. So I'm thankful for that, because, you know, after being to this year be our 19th.
Look at God.
You know what I mean? And I was that guy. Like
almost drinking age, baby.
I know, right? Almost grown. I was to Mink's point, to Dr. Mink's point, I was the guy that was like, man, I'm gonna do it my way. I'll figure it out later. And you know, as I became closer with my circle, and I got to deleting the people who didn't mean me no good, and you kind of have to change.
Yeah.
You know? Not saying that that's the reason I wanted to change, I didn't know how.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who better to teach you than somebody who may have been down that path?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's where us not having so much pride to take, constructive criticism from other men or even other women for that matter.
Yeah.
We see what you're doing, because we're around you all the time.
Yeah.
You didn't look like he was in love.
Yeah.
Girl, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? I praise life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're supposed to. But
that's
at a certain point, as your relationship matures, and as you mature from year to year, what I'm finding out too is that neither one of us are the same as we were last year.
Oh God, no.
So some of the things I liked last year, even me, I don't know, bring me that this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't appeal to me as much.
I don't want that pair of socks.
You know what I'm saying? because my mind is starting to shift. Not only because in the beginning it was just us, now we have kids. The same thing. Your mind starts to shift. This is what's important. Instead of thinking about Jordan, I need to think about this life insurance policy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of thinking about, maybe going overseas to this week, maybe I need to be thinking about how to make this moment count.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was telling these gentlemen a story earlier. I lost an auntie this week. I just saw her over the weekend. So even now, my mind shifts to not take any moments for granted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I use these sessions even for therapy. Same concept. But it's, as we're saying, all these things stirring in the pot is making me better than I was yesterday.
Yeah.
Not perfect.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go ahead, man. My bad. I get fired up.
I'll let Dr. Mink go.
Well, I just want to comment on something you said because it's something that I believe I still struggle with, which is you were talking about I do this task and this task and this task, and isn't that also love?
Yeah.
Right? If I put gas in the car, if I took the trash out, if I clean the dishes, those things are also love, right? And you don't do it to get paid back.
Right.
But you've internalized those things, that's what a relationship is that you're building this home together at all times. And so we get lazy in that respect, right?
Yeah,
and it's, bringing flowers or bringing lunch to work every day as you do for Nikita. Seems like anyway. But no, I'm saying like going out on dates and stuff like that, like you forget that.
Yeah.
And those aren't extra things. Right? It's just that these other tasks you were doing yourself before you had a partner. Right? You had to do your own dishes. You put gas in your car and stuff like that. And now I think unconsciously when we do that for the person we love, that's another thing. We're filling that bag with love we showed this week. And but that's not what people need. And what they need isn't an extra thing. It's just that we need to, all people need to internalize and make those things habitual as well. Right. The making dinner reservations once a month is just as important as taking the trash out every month. Right.
So
you just you need to balance that. So I'm glad you said that because I do still struggle with that on a regular basis, and I have to think, and then I feel bad because I'm like, man, you had to think, you had to think to do this, but and maybe that's when people say relationships will work. Maybe that's the work they mean, one of the jobs anyway.
Well, I think you get your mind gets renewed often because we all do. Wives the same. You get busy being busy. And this is just like you said. It seems as if this is another thing, but in reality, this is me saying this is important. This is also important. We talked about on the episode.
I think they came up with the wives.
We
were, one of the gentlemen was like, I get so busy, I just forget, and it was pretty much across the board with the women. It came to the consensus of keep dating. But as men, we get into that work mode, like Trev said. The bills got to be paid, mortgage got to be paid, gas got to be put in the car, and we forget that. But I think that was one of the things I took from that episode too. Was I got to make my mind click to keep. And now I start doing the once a month reservation. So now it's just like, all right, now we did that one. Let me get on another one.
And even more so today, I guess it's, I don't know, for a while, like I would always feel some type of way when she would say, you just checking it off like your checklist. And really and truly, internally, it's a checklist.
Yeah.
But outwardly, I'm doing it because I want to make sure that I'm showing or doing what you asked me to do. You know what I mean? And internally, okay, I made a reservation. We went out. We had a good time. She smiled 5 times. So we good.
And you got a laugh out of it.
You know what I mean? We had dessert. Right. She had 2 drinks. Like, it was a good night.
You got your notes
Got it.
Jody, you did it. Okay. And we
She
good.
laughed at my 3rd joke.
But I'm not going to tell her that. But, I mean, it's a checklist to say, I'm acknowledging that I heard you when you said,
no doubt.
date me.
No doubt.
Do some things. And it's like, okay, I'm doing it, but I need this list. Okay? I need to make sure. Because
I need the list for me.
It's only for me. It's internal, I check it off internally, but it's so that I make sure that I acknowledge that this is what you said you needed from me. You know what I mean? So,
and Norma's better at it than I am because we're equal in everything. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing that I pay for that she doesn't. And she doesn't. It's not that I keep tabs, but I always think about it. Well, you got groceries last time. Well, you put gas in the car last time. You paid last time we went out to dinner or last time we went to the movies or whatever. And she's like, it's fine. Yeah. It's fine. And that's something I'm still getting used to, I think, with marriage is because once you've entered into that, you're an entity.
Oh, yeah.
And Norma is so much better at not stressing that stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I think because she's so much better at it, there's probably times she's paid for 5 straight things.
You got it.
Because everything's equal anyway. But I still think about that, and she's really wonderful to not and just to let that thing go.
Yeah, let it flow.
That's a good point because one of the main things that's going around with the younger generation is, if I'm making it's the women that's really doing it. I'm making $1,000 by myself and paying my own bills. Now that I get married, it's all on him. It's still collective. Yeah. It's still collective. You got to spend on me like I got to spend on you.
Well, you got to remember that even though you're 2 individuals, you're coming together as one.
Yeah.
And I think once we leave the altar, sometimes people forget that part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a beautiful wedding, and let's think about the honeymoon. It's like, okay, so when the honeymoon is over,
reality smacks you right back in the face.
Right back, like to Dr. Mink's point, we right back in the same living room.
Yeah.
You live my good side, I go my bad side, and these things come with it.
Yeah.
So there are going to be times, again, you may be sick. And she may have to say, okay, well, shoot, you lay in the bed, I'm going to go get your medicine, let me take out the trash.
Yeah.
Whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You were tired, you had to do this, so I made sure that there was gas in the car.
It's never 50-50.
You know what I mean? Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
And then now, she's filling your tank, and vice versa. You filling her tank. And I mean the love tank, so to speak, not even the gas tank.
Yeah.
But, I appreciate the gas, just for the record. Just for the record. But I think a lot of times what happens is we do so many things out in the world for everybody else. And sometimes you come home empty, and that is how we have to balance it. I'm going to fill you up, I'm going to fill you. And which, again, is why before we leave, we used to be, I'd be like, girl, I see you, bye.
Yeah.
Now it's like, again, as I'm getting older, I'm like, no, don't leave here without kissing me or hugging me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need to touch you. I need to know that when you come in, I need to, girl,
You said
that. You know what I mean? You say it?
I mean, I see you, but
whether we had the greatest day or not, I need to know that you are okay.
Yeah.
All right, now that I know, now what's up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now I'm back to
You see what I'm
mad.
saying? Yeah. So one more thing, I don't know if you have some else, but let me get this off my chest.
Go ahead, run it.
There are, I believe in every relationship, when 2 people come together, there are traditions that become either blended or added to. So, with that being said, since you guys, how long you been married now?
It'll be, this October, it'll be 2 years.
2 years. 2 years.
Playing Crowned Kings podcast from Amazon Music.
sure to follow the team, like, share, and subscribe. Let's continue to grow and glow in 2025. Peace.
2 years coming. Traditions. When y'all came together, were there any traditions that you brought in or that she brought in now that y'all have either adopted or added to? And I know you probably got your own tradition now, but I mean, coming into, and then you can expound if you like.
This is going to be a small one. It's not that profound. It's going to be a small one, but it's something that's very special to me. So I have always loved Christmas. I love the Christmas holidays.
Yeah.
Halloween's still my favorite. Halloween was when in Alabama, because we had seasons.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
my
and
God.
it started to get chilly and the leaves changed, and now that the heat was gone, people were in better moods.
Yeah.
But there's just something magical about Christmas.
Yeah.
I really don't know how to explain it. The lights and everything, and I've always loved it.
Yeah.
When I started dating Norma and we started living together, Norma has to have a real Christmas tree.
Oh,
Jesus.
Norma has
plug-in.
Oh, man. Can't go to Walmart.
I thought mine looked just fine. I
Yeah.
thought my artificial looked just fine. It even had the little white on the end of the
For the
each
frost.
little needle. And it was pretty.
That bootleg snow.
But she had to have a real tree.
Real tree.
And so we got a real tree. And now, and we started doing that because we'd lived together for a minute before we got married. Now it is something I look forward to. Like one of the events of the year for me is when Norma and I go to pick out our Christmas tree.
Oh,
Do y'all go to the farm? Y'all go to Christmas tree farm?
Still just go to Home Depot.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you do this every year?
Every year we get a real tree.
You can't keep the tree, Charles. So we know you still got all the Christmas tree.
Wait. You still? Bro, Christmas ain't
No
Christmas.
judgment.
No, I ain't judging.
No judgment.
But Christmas ain't Christmas without a real tree.
You too?
Yeah,
I mean,
real tree.
My tree is real because I can touch it.
Okay.
It don't have to be.
Okay.
You don't like sweeping up needles.
I don't. No. You know,
They make an apron for that, you know.
you got to put the apron down there, don't you?
Oh, man.
I want to be able to put my tree together and watch it build. Bow. I don't, you know. Now, my fear now is that we talking,
You gonna watch this episode?
not going to be a real tree now.
It's even magical when you go and cut it down by, you know,
We
they
got-
give you a salt. See out in Elgin, they got, it's 2 or 3 Christmas tree farms. We've added that into ours now.
Oh.
I used to be to go to Home Depot, but now since we're out in
go to
Elgin,
the farm.
we go to the farm. So now we take all the nephews and we make a whole a day.
I want to let
after
y'all know I
Thanksgiving.
will be cutting all of this out of the.
We go out there like either we try to do it after Thanksgiving, but if we don't, we go like a week after Thanksgiving and go
Right.
out to the farm.
But now the one thing that Norma embraced of my tradition was Alabama football. On Saturdays, there are no plans.
So she
On
don't-
Monday, we start discussing what we're gonna eat on Saturday for the game. I'll never forget. I will never forget the first year she started watching it, like really watching it with me. The first season she watched, we won the national title. The next season, we were undefeated. We were like 6 games into the season, and we played at Texas A&M.
Oh, no, not the Aggies.
And we lost. And that was the first loss that Norma had experienced since being an Alabama fan. And I'm talking about like screaming at the TV Alabama fan.
Yeah.
And that was the first loss. And I had to
That's actually dope.
like put my she was so mad. And I'm that way too, but I saw how she was mad and I was like, well, you need to be mature this time. You're usually the immature one, but don't be a baby. And I put my hand on her shoulder and I said, baby, it's all right, we do lose. And before I even got it out of my mouth, I was gonna say we do lose sometimes. I said we do lose. She was like, we do not. And I thought that's my boo right
Yeah,
there.
it's a ride or die
That's
there,
my boo
man.
right
You know.
there. So that's
Knew
that's
you was the one.
yeah, exactly. That's one she's adopted from me, and
Oh, that's
and
what's
it's
up,
now a
though.
thing.
You know, for sure.
That
like
is.
that's.
That is dope. That's dope. Hook 'em horns.
How about them dogs though? We don't even.
Hey, remember?
Why are we even going there? Like that.
What's your brother-in-law? Your brother-in-law said.
My brother-in-law.
Remember he tell you? He said, "What sound does a hurt dog make?"
Yeah. That was a good one.
I almost blocked him for that. That's so disrespectful.
That was
brother.
a good one.
He said, "I want to let you know." So I adopted that tradition.
Yeah, that's.
That's
It was a bad day. It was a bad day. You know, whatever. You win some, you lose some. Okay. So
that's so funny to me. All right, one more before we get to our rapid fire. When having to apologize, how do you approach the apology, and how do you or us, anybody can answer this, by the way, show that it's real or genuine? Tough. Nobody like this part.
well, you answer it then.
I don't know. I think.
Yeah, there you go.
I ain't no problem. I ain't scared. I don't think. I try not to have to apologize too much, but when I do have to apologize, take ownership of a mistake,
Yeah.
or even a time when I forget something. I've learned, Lord have mercy,
Getting older.
to keep account. Yeah. I used to try to keep everything in my head, and I would forget.
Got too
I'd be
much.
late. I'd be done scared maybe to watch the Texas Alabama game or something. We're supposed to be here at 5. My bad. So to now kind of prevent or to minimize having those issues, I'm learning to keep account now. So if I do miss something, yes, I have to take ownership, because I used to be like, girl, well, No. I learned to take ownership of it, number one. Number two, to let her know and validate her feelings, and let her know that, hey, man, I realized that I was the one that screwed up. Learned that through my circle also, because I used to just be like, man, you be mad if you want to.
Yeah.
Do your thing. I'll be in the room when you're ready to talk again, But I think meeting it head on and just taking ownership has been the most productive way for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She may still be upset, but at least her feelings have now been validated.
Yeah.
And she knows that, hey, you took ownership of it.
Yeah.
But, I try not to make them same mistakes again.
Yeah.
You're going to make some mistakes.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. As long as you're human, you're going to make some mistakes. But just learn to
We
take
are not
ownership of it.
perfect people.
And validate her feelings. Because you want yours to be validated if she make a mistake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think that's probably the biggest thing, is just being able to acknowledge. And I think it's, with my wife, it's she's the person that wants to get it done right then and there. And I know that about
She's my
her.
sister for real.
I know that about her.
Yeah. You need to know it.
But that's not me. So it's like, okay,
Let me think about it.
just a little bit. And I in the quiet times when I'm in thinking, or when we're not speaking because I'm thinking, or she's kind of stewing about it, I'm like, okay, come on, brother, that's you
messed up.
You could have did that totally different.
Yeah.
You could have did that. When you gonna say it? When you gonna say something? And it's like, so I move around. Okay, you know what?
Test the water.
Yeah, I know I shouldn't have did that. Like, I know that it's, I hear what you're saying, and I apologize because, I was wrong, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, once doing that, there's a weight that's lifted. Even though, like I said, we still may not be lovey-dovey and huggy-kissy, it's at least in the atmosphere of trying to calm the storm, because it's, but it's a point of, pride is
It is.
he is big. He big. He's swole. He's a big one, and he will always have you in a chokehold. Don't say nothing. Straight face. Don't stand on business.
Just
it's like,
sit there.
It's like,
what? Me mugging.
Turn your back on. It's like,
This won't tell you you'll kill.
when we all know that if we're beefing, if we're in turmoil, it's not fun for anybody.
No.
It really ain't.
You know what I mean? And it's like, who wants to live like that?
Tension in the house.
Yeah, hours, minutes, days. It's like, just pride. Hey man, just chill out for a minute. I need to make this right. You know what I mean? Because it's especially when you know you're wrong. Like when you kind of in between. Like I feel like I was wrong, but we couldn't both be wrong. It's like at least accept your part because, and she can come back too and say, well, you know what, I could have did this differently too. And it's there's a weight. You know what I mean? So it's just. But I do need a little bit of time. It ain't a lot, just a little bit of time.
I'm the same way.
And I don't have a gauge on that time, and I think that's the thing too. It's like So it's
I just need a little bit.
Yeah, like
you look like a person need a whole day.
Need a 24-hour period.
Is that on me? Like I don't want to say a whole day, but it may go a few hours just because I want to make sure my ducks is in a row. Because I want to make sure that I am in my feelings when I say I'm sorry for this because I want it to be genuine. I don't want to just say it just to ease the moment. You know what I mean? So in my head.
Do you rehearse it?
Yeah.
Same.
And it's kind of like
you have to. I feel like
do you come in hard? Well, I know. No.
In the car and the river mirror that's too loud.
Bring it down.
So
say it with your heart.
Honey?
Yeah.
No, she don't like honey. I don't.
So it's like
I've never called her that.
It is a process, but it's like you have to get to a point where it's like, okay, I'm calm. Like I said, calmly. It's sincere because it truly is sincere, and it sounds sincere. It ain't just saying just for the moment, just so you can, jump over it and then go to the next thing.
Yeah.
So, but it is a process, and sometimes it takes a minute because it's steps within the process.
Well, in some of those ways, there are times where things that come up, and again, we talk about this all the time. It's the way it comes out.
Oh yeah.
And so maybe sometimes your way probably works better because if you are quick to respond, and
that's when
your equilibrium is off a little bit.
It's like Spitfire.
Once the words come out,
you can't retract
it.
You done. So that's
now 24 hours maybe. It might be a long time, but
it ain't 24 hours, man. I mean, it's a good solid 8 though. It's a good solid 8.
So you could.
At which point, I just,
chill that inner thought down.
Yeah, because
do you activate it after that, or does she have to say so? So you just gonna pretend like ain't
So it may go there, and even then I'm in the middle of rehearsing how I'm gonna say it, and I think again, like when she goes silent, it's like okay, clearly this is not over. Clearly she's still stewing about it because it still hadn't been essentially resolved. It's like okay, you need to figure out the best way to articulate this so that it's not, a part 2 of it. You know what I mean? Because that's what you dread when you say sorry. It's like,
and then it come back.
It's like, well, damn, why did I say sorry? I should have waited. That's why there's a waiting period so that I know everything is cool and we at least on calmer heads when I say I'm sorry. This is the reason why I'm sorry, just to let you know that I heard you. Yeah. And it's like it feels so much better doing it that way versus just going off the cuff.
Listen to understand, not to respond.
Exactly. And my listening, I break it up. That's all.
But isn't it a cruel joke that we don't have that forethought before we say the thing that we need to apologize for? But the apology we rehearse.
Yeah.
But our reptile brain wouldn't let us stop before we said the thing because 99% of the time, you knew. When the last syllable left your mouth, that you messed up.
Yeah.
You knew it immediately. Knew it.
And almost
you'll stand like that pride. You'll stand there for a second and you won't your face remains the same, but in your head you're thinking, dang. Oh
You big dummy. Why would you say that? You know full way that's going.
Like you already knew where it was gonna go after this.
Shut up, crunk up now. Why would you say that? Like that?
Well, come on, man. And I struggle in the aftermath too because I'm someone who, some advice was given to me years ago. We talked about that earlier by someone older and been married a while that, never go to bed angry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, I tell you what, it's this. What the scariest thing is that Norma is fully capable of going to bed angry.
Yeah.
And I'm one that's like, oh man. like I know there was conflict, but let's just make up.
Yeah,
Please, let's just make up, right? But you can't. That's unfair to expect a person.
Yeah.
But that's how I am.
Yeah.
Norma is not. Norm, and she'll give me the I'm fine, Chris, and then I'm like, oh, my government name.
When she said your whole name, oh, it wasn't Boo that time.
It wasn't Boo. It wasn't Babe. It wasn't Baby. It was. She said, "I'm fine, Chris," which means the complete opposite.
That's superficial.
And that's when I know. And so she'll conk out. She'll be asleep, and here I am just staring at the ceiling. Like, man, this is so uncomfortable. But you have to give a person that space. They have to get by it. You can't expect them. That's when the apology is not genuine. Is when you expect them. I rehearsed this in the car in my rearview mirror. I got the right tone. I practiced it. I cleared my throat. I came in soft, soft landing. This has got to be the way. You know what I mean? Why won't they accept this? Well, you're being unfair.
You haven't gave them time to process it. You did your processing, but you didn't give them any time.
Exactly.
Or you want them to respond the way you would respond. Because whether I'm wrong or whether she's wrong, my response is the same. Like, let's get this over with. Tomorrow is a new day. I don't want to be fooling with it. But I think because of that, I even do that with my team at work. I do it with the players that I coach now because it's like I don't want this on my chest. So if I say something out of line or if I make a commitment, I'm like, oh shoot, because hey man, I screwed up. That's on me. Even though I be like, I gotta tell him I was wrong, but I was. But now I'm learning too that that makes me feel better because now I don't feel guilty expecting it.
Of course.
Because I'm not asking for something that I'm not willing to give.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I used to be like, you give it to me and I think about it. Now you have to, it's an integrity thing, number one. Number two is just, man, it just feels so much better. I mean, I've been in places and situations where these things just, and you be mad so long, like, what we mad for?
I don't even remember.
How you upset?
How your mama doing?
You don't care about my mama. You come on Monday. What? Girl, I didn't even talk to your mama on Monday. You know she live over there, right? You know. Get your rapid fire questions, man.
Okay.
Hey, y'all, while he getting them questions together, remember, like, share, subscribe. This has been a wonderful episode. Thank y'all again for following the Crown King podcast. As we introduced on the last episode, we told y'all that we wanted to do rapid fire questions at the end of each episode. We want to thank you guys again. Are you ready? Is you ready?
I'm the first rapid fire?
Yes. You is him.
You own it.
You is him, he is you.
So, while he's doing that, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell. Comment. Please comment. Talk to us. Let us know if there was a nugget that you received on today that blessed you, that made something you may apply to your situation that you may be able to share with somebody. Because if each one reach one, this world will be a better place. It's on you.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But to bring it back around to the choose, don't chase.
Yes.
Right. I think this has been really enlightening and fulfilling for me hearing y'all and what you're saying about your relationships and stuff. And I think it goes back around to that message where you are choosing to self-reflect, choosing to explore these things so that you can be better men, better husbands, better fathers, whatever it may be, better friends, right? You're choosing to be better, to explore these things, to be honest about them, in front of people. And I think it's a really special thing.
Notice he didn't say perfect. He said better. We are not perfect.
Nobody.
So get that out your mind. Now, that's perfect? No.
Better?
I mean, some people ain't even good. So.
You was terrible. It ain't made it good.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. You're good.
Man, appreciate that. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. I got a few of these, but I'm gonna they wrap it.
Go for it.
They're supposed to be.
They're supposed to be, but some look longer than others. But that's
just like the feud. Do I have is it a timer?
I can play the music.
No, I mean it's fine. I got it's fine. Okay, so first one is First word that comes to your mind when you think of your wife.
First person?
First thing. First word. I'm sorry. First word.
Love immediately.
Aww. Okay. Who said I love you first? Come on, don't lie.
This is
tell the truth now.
This is a point of contention in our home.
Okay.
We came to it kind of at the same time. I knew it. I asked her. She knew it. She asked me. We kind of came to it at once. She's gonna tell it differently. She's probably right.
Okay.
But I'm telling you,
It's a good one.
I'm telling you, we came to it at the same time. Yeah, came to it at the same time.
Let's see. Date night in or date night out?
I think while I'm young enough to still walk, I'm gonna say date night out.
Prime time. Okay, makes sense to me. Let's see.
We'll roll you to the next one.
Yeah. I got you, baby. I got you. You know what I mean? Okay, the dish she makes that you could eat every week.
Her mac and cheese.
Prime time. Hey man, I ain't never had the mac and cheese.
Her mac and cheese. Her mac and cheese. Man, oh my gosh.
We love mac and cheese over here.
It's so good. I don't know what dust is in there, but it's good.
Bring some cocaine in.
She always says the same thing too. I mean, it's not that hard. Well, good, because I want you to make it all the time.
Right? Yeah. Okay, good stuff. Let's see. One song that describes your love story.
Beyond Leon Bridges.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. Spitfire, he ready now. He ready for Spitfire. And note, I didn't share these with him, so this is all off the dome. This is all, in your face. Watch your mouth.
It's stressful though. It's scary. I know Norma's gonna watch this. My mama's gonna watch it. I'm just like,
Doing good though. You're doing good. Who's the better dancer?
Norma.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't want to think about it?
Norma. I mean, it's different types of dances. You know what I'm saying? Like different types of genre and music and stuff like that.
Okay.
But she can do the couple dancing where you just like feel each other's rhythm and that's what you go off of. There's no particular step. Like I can't do all that. But you want me to do some like you know what I mean? Like, I can do that. I can still. And I might hurt my knees, but I can like Roger Rabbit.
It's still a dance.
I can still do the doo-doo brown and electric slide.
Y'all don't even know what that is.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, I tell you what.
Dating myself, but yeah.
God, Doug. Okay, let's see. Sweet or spicy?
Spicy.
Okay.
Wait, Norma or food that I like? Which? Both, actually, both. Norma's spicy and I like spicy food.
There you go.
Okay.
Y'all didn't expect that from a white guy, did you? Y'all didn't expect it.
I knew it all along.
I don't agree.
Let's see. Which is what we literally just spoke about. Who's more likely to win an argument?
Norma.
Yep. I think that's a general consensus, but we'll move on. Let's see. Morning person or night owl?
Morning person.
Okay. Let's see. The chore you gladly do so she doesn't have to.
You know what kind of teacher he is, don't you?
Yeah. And I want to preface that. I was going to preface that at the beginning. We are not English majors on this podcast.
I wasn't about to say that.
Things may differ than what you think they are.
You got through it.
You have to read through the line.
You got through it, my
English
boy.
majors.
You got through it.
Nor do we have doctorates in English.
Man.
Something told me to say that earlier. But I knew some stuff was going to come out.
You should have gave that disclaimer at the
It's out
beginning.
there now. Like that's my secret. It's out. I don't,
My bad.
So I'm reading and talking at the same time.
Ask it again.
Okay, here we go.
1, 2, 3.
The chore
Ta-da.
you gladly do so she doesn't have to.
Water the plants.
Okay, bet. Let's see. One thing she does that still makes you smile every time.
The way she says the word mozzarella. She says mozzarella. Oh. And I just think it's the cutest thing ever.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
She did it one time as a joke. up a little late making me some mac and cheese. We might have been out to a bar.
Yeah.
And she was like, mozzarella. And I fell out the chair laughing.
Yeah,
I thought it was, and so now I'm like, if she's putting mozzarella cheese in something, and I'll just giggle like a child. I think it's the cutest thing.
That's what's up. Let's see. If my wife had a superpower.
Good God,
Hey. I've already put
You give classes?
the disclaimer. The disclaimer has already been provided. Already. Okay.
You can't mess up twice.
Stick your right hand out.
I ain't perfect. Okay. I see what I'm writing. I see what was written though. I see it. Okay. If my wife had a superpower, it would be.
Ooh, man. Laser eyes. Just burn holes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Laser eyes.
Yeah, that's scary, but it's true.
You did good. Now next rapid fire section, don't you?
I'm gonna space them out more so that they don't look like they're jumping up. Like I got a lot of them. Like that was a lot.
I have my glasses on and that print's still small.
See what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm a podcast. Of course, I'm gonna tell you to like, share, and subscribe. Crown King Podcast. Peace.
I can see it, like bam, like it's just that when I focus on it.
Of course.
Hey, you really getting those, huh?
I did that shit.
Eyes and hair, huh?
Hey man, it actually feels good once you done already made a decision.
Yeah, man. You know.
I mean, it's so easy. God,
You know,
it's easy.
and after our discussion, I decided with myself, like, you know what?
Self,
You don't need it. Like it's,
get yourself in.
yeah, like it's, you don't need that. You might well go
What you
and do
want
it.
to talk
Like,
to us about?
you know, what you waiting for? You know. So, okay, let's see. The best advice I got before marriage was.
Oh man, I can think of 500 jokes that married men told me, but the best advice that I have, my dad told me. My dad told me to always listen, and my mom told me to always listen, and I think that is something I still struggle with. Because you can see, like, I'm pretty verbose. Like, if I always make the joke that if I'm alone in the field, I'm going to talk to a fence post in about 30 seconds. But my parents both told me, like, you have to listen.
Yeah.
You have to listen. You have to admit that you're wrong.
That's good.
Are those things still tough? Absolutely. I think everybody has a hard time with that.
That big boy pride, man.
Because at the same time, they tell you growing up, believe in yourself.
Yeah.
So then you get in an argument and you think, they told me to believe in myself. I believe in myself.
Wholeheartedly.
But you have to listen, and Norma makes me better at that too. Listening. And, so,
Well, which always helps when there's one person that kind of listens more than the other, so you can kind of hopefully it'll balance out. Mm-hmm. At least that's my thought. I feel like, that's whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have my mom and dad to thank for that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, so we'll do two more at least. Let's see. Her smile makes me
Melt.
like mozzarella.
Chills. Like mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
It is.
Shout out to Norma, man.
Shout out to my boo.
Get some of this
Shout out to my
mac and
boo. Lucky boo.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Yeah, you gonna have to invite us over so we can serve mac and cheese now. Everybody wants some now. It's
cheese.
So I'm waiting. Okay, so last one. In 10 years, I see us.
That's always tough.
Yeah,
That is a tough one.
10 years. It could be tomorrow because wait time going. Yes.
Man, I don't know. On a beach. Not retired or living there, Lord knows.
Yeah.
But on a beach. You know, I think
Can't get wrong with the beach,
on
baby.
the beach. Yeah.
Can't go wrong
That's
with the
it.
beach. Okay.
And hopefully owning a house by then.
Yeah.
Hopefully owning a house by then.
I see it in your future,
She
man.
would say the same.
Yeah, I see it in your future.
Yeah.
I already claimed
Just
it.
on a riding mower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Definitely riding, but we get.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna be no.
Listen. Man, I don't know how we did. I went back home this weekend, and my mom still. That's like her therapy, right? Mm-hmm. But she has a riding lawnmower now. Back when I had to push.
Yeah.
By the time I finished mowing this side, This is how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell them, man, my tour, I stayed in shape because I didn't have to wait till 2 days. Yeah. But she just go out there, crank that boy up. Like, man, let me get out here before she tell me. You know what I'm saying? Now she got to ride. I'm telling my son, I can't wait to come down here and ride this boy. Like, no, make it push.
Get that push. Get that push back. Yeah, it's crazy. They sure do get soft when they get older, huh?
Oh yeah.
And she took him out the back. Oh, you're gonna drive around here. See, this is you don't have to worry about nothing.
Yeah.
Where that mama at that I had?
Yeah.
Man,
Give that to them.
yeah. Well, listen, everyone, this has been a great episode.
For sure.
Want to collectively thank Dr. Mink.
Oh, thank y'all, man.
Dr. Mink.
Thank y'all.
Stopping by. We feel privileged to have you, man. We feel blessed to have you. You share some nuggets, even with us old heads, that we can take and apply to our situation.
For sure.
And so you sure enough got us thinking about this macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, it is on the brain now. It's like, I'm just saying,
Mark came in talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm hungry now.
Mac and cheese.
Tell our wives we get some mozzarella.
I'll stop and get some chicken.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think man, this has been it's been a blessing. It's been a treat. It's been good to sit on this side of the table and just soak up some of this knowledge, some of the nuggets. And what y'all got? Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I ain't got nothing. Just, you know what it is. Make sure to follow the team, like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends and loved ones too, man. Like we ain't, hoity-toity. We need everybody to be involved in this movement. You know what I mean? MENDOME is a real thing. If you's a man, you are in MENDOME, you also have HEMOTIONS. Yeah. This is for you. You know what I mean? Like, we want your wife to watch too, but, this is for us.
Come and get some of this knowledge.
Yeah, from the hymns. Yeah. So you need to, I know. Don't do that. I know.
Don't do what?
I saw the disgust on your face. He is not using that word. I'm not an English person, But yeah, for sure, man. Y'all be sure to, continue to ride with us, man. We, hoping and praying for even more better things to come. And I know, but God is good all the time.
All the time.
What you got, Mark? Come on,
Oh, nothing.
Taylor-made.
It's whatever y'all said, man. Just tied on, I ain't really got nothing.
All right, well, we'll get Dr. Mink the final words, and then Sam will take us on to the end. What can we? Because some more people might need some help. What can they find?
Yeah. Don't
do you have a class going TikTok or Instagram?
Oh my God, man.
Dr. Mink here.
I do the commercial.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can talk, but now I talk a lot.
There go your marketing right there. Free marketing.
But now my grammar is good.
Right. Thanks to Dr. Mink.
So, I'm here for whatever, man.
Absolutely.
I just want to say, I've had Dodie and Nikita in our lives for a long time. Nikita married Norma and I. Dodie was involved in the ceremony. He was the DJ out in the audience. Yeah. Whenever she'd say, "Put this song on," it was part of the ceremony. Yeah. And their family is so special to us and has been so special to us for a long, long time. Mark, you weren't here when I was talking earlier, but Junior called me yesterday from out in D.C. just to check in.
Oh, nice.
And made my absolute week. You know what I mean? Like, so we love them, and that family means so much to us. And I feel grateful for that. And in addition, grateful that y'all are in my life now because of your family. And I think that this thing that y'all are doing is amazing, and I feel grateful and fortunate to have been here with y'all today, and hope to come back because this is fun.
Yeah.
This is real fun, and I'm glad y'all are doing it. It takes some special souls to do it and put yourselves out there, and you're doing it, and I love you for it. So I just appreciate it. And yes, like, share, subscribe.
Tell them. That's what them. See?
You know, these guys are great.
Yeah, we didn't say it. White Chocolate said
No.
it, so you definitely need to do it. Cause White Chocolate said it. Okay, you know, don't not do it now. You know, maybe we'll get the reverse action now. Cause he said it. Oh yeah, we gotta go and do that. He said it.
Right. But yeah, I just want to thank y'all for who you are as people. And
Thank you.
Yep, that's it. That's
Oh, sure.
We love you too.
All right, man. Well, until the next episode, we want y'all to, again, continue to like, share, and subscribe. We are the Crown Kings Podcast, and we'll see y'all out there. Love you, mama.
Later. P.O.P. Hold it down.
Legally blind. All my kings gotta stand tall and strong.
Unleash your power today and let your voices belong.
Together we'll break the chains.
The chains that try to confine,
I am my brother's keeper.
and it's our time to shine.
Calling all kings to the flow. I'm about my business, you know. Keep it 100 is my faith in God that keeps me on the go. About my money, my love, what it needs to grow. I'm calling all kings to the flow. Calling all kings to the flow.